Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel.
Hello, and today we got a recommendation when we were doing the first round of updates on our L200 to fit some G-shackles from Kangar, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So thank you very much. So it's a while ago because we're not quick.
Oh, we're not quick, we don't rush you. Look, we've got our T's here.
We've got the T's are ready.
Yeah.
So what we've got is they are how our leaf springs are connected to the vehicle at the present moment, and these are called G-shackles. And
it's going to slow me down a bit.
They're a beefy old bit of kit.
They certainly are.
Allegedly gives you a lift, and it also, particularly off-road, softens the ride and gives you a little bit more travel.
Yes.
Now, trying to find out anything about these, we have struggled. So obviously, I wouldn't have even known they existed if Kangar hadn't recommended them.
No, I'm sure that's why he gave us the request, because you can find them for sale. The same photo seems to be everywhere. Of these. They vary in price, so you can buy them very cheap, very, very expensive.
Yes, and I mean, I bought these from AliExpress. They took a while to get here. Another excuse of why we've taken so long to fit them. But I paid about 70 each, so 140 plus a bit of delivery.
Yeah.
So they're not a cheap item, but they seem pretty robust, pretty well made.
They certainly do.
And pretty standard to fit, but as you see, we're showing you the difference, and we haven't tested them, but what you'll get at the end of this video, we've driven the vehicle on a road with the GoPro here, and we've been looking at the leaf spring, and once these are on, we're going to do the same route, and we've got a vibration app.
Yes.
So you'll see the difference. We haven't seen it yet. Nope. So you'll see the difference in the leaf spring, and you'll get a difference in the vibration if there is any.
And of course, we'll give some feedback of what we can feel as well.
Yep.
And we've also measured the car to see what sort of lift we get, yes, because online they vary in measurements. And of course, we've got the kit that we need here to actually install these pieces. So what we use, rubber mallet. This is to sort of smack the other ones out, and Dad's already complained. And
you know, anyone with half a brain would obviously use a piece of wood, so get yourself a piece of wood, or you actually smash the front of your rubber mallet off. But you know, private education.
Yep, someone without a brain like me. And the sockets you need are...
Do yourself down, I've missed you for a month.
Yeah, that's true. 17mm socket, 18mm and a 21. You also need another 21 because there's two on here, so you need to counteract them. Torque wrench, of course, the torque setting for these is 52. If you need to know now, if you're doing it, that's just so you don't have to skip through the rest of the video to find out. 52 Newton meters.
You don't want to watch us.
No. So other than that,
bit of
Loctite.
We're using, because inside here, which we will show you when we take it apart, there's a rather large rubber
bushing.
So we've edged on the side of safety and used rubber grease.
Yes.
And before we started, a bit of
penetrating fluid, as we'll call it.
Fluid. I mean, I want to call it WD-40, but it's not. It's worth multi spray lubricant.
Yes. So other than that, we've got
a tape measure. We measured it.
Yep. So that's all our equipment.
Yeah, the bits we found most useful actually are hitting bits of equipment. So you'll see us start bashing it in a minute.
And also a jack. You need a jack.
Yeah, if you're on ground level,
you can just use your trolley jack.
You'll be able to, in fact, it's probably quite easy at ground level.
Yeah.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it was easier at ground level. So you'll be able to just put a little bit of support under the leaf spring that you're working on, and then once you need to fit the G-shackle, we need to get a little bit of movement in it. So you'll see us do that, but
we'll sort of hang on it a bit. But we'll move in a bit closer now, and we'll crack on. Right then, before we start, safety specs, of course, especially on this bugger as it's so dusty.
Yes.
And if you're going to be using anything loud, like hitting a hammer or an impact wrench, make sure you get yourself a set of ear defenders as well. So we'll start off by removing these two bolts. As far as I can get with this piece of wood. Right, and now I'm going to use a little hammer with a piece of wood that I can get in there. I'm just going to tap that out. Right, there we are, he's off. Okay, so you can see we've taken off the original shackle. Now this is the leaf spring and this is where it mounts to the chassis of the car. we're going to be reusing these bushings because for us we didn't change these that long ago when we did our suspension upgrade, which we have filmed. Go and check that out if you want to. And we're just going to put a little bit more grease on them and we'll reuse them. Now if yours are perished or cracked, we recommend getting obviously a new set. There is one that comes with the kit on the bit that swings, but these two we're going to be reusing.
Don't know why that makes me smile, but
it's just the pinky fingering.
Yeah, nice comment on my finger action would be greatly appreciated.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to move over to the bench now, and we're going to, hopefully Dad's not too loud swigging his tea.
Sorry, yeah, I was swigging.
It's alright, don't worry. And what we're going to do is we're going to take...
being a Geordie, I'm sucking the tea bag.
Sucking the tea bag. What we're going to do is just unbolt it and take off this side so then we can get to these new bushings because of course they're dry and they don't have any lubrication on them. So what we'll do is we'll start taking it apart and greasing everything up. So there's two sizes of bolts. We've got small ones and big ones, 2 of each, and one's an 18mm and the other ones are 21mm. Pop that there. And what we're going to do is just grease up all of these here, just make sure they're all nicely in place. So this actually breaks in half, which I shall try and demonstrate now. Apparently not. There we are. It's coming. There we go. You can see that breaks off and we're left with this here. So what we'll do is we'll start off by greasing this piece. I'm going to give these to you because you've got the right gloves on. What? That just makes it weird. Anyway, let's continue. So we're going to slide that back on. I know Mike, yes, is going to love that.
Love what?
You. Who doesn't though? Right, pop that on like so. And then what we're going to do is grease up the other one. Like that. If you could actually lube just around that ring there. Lines up straight, like that.
And also it doesn't line up easily once, because it's slightly lopsided once you're trying to fit it. So
we're going to leave it off for the time being, so of course we've got to slide the actual leaf spring on. Now the other two we're going to have to lube up are this one here.
Oh, just cleaning myself off.
And the bottom one here. Now the middle one doesn't actually get any use as such, it's just sort of for rigidity and strength. So we'll just lube up the top and the bottom one. So the actual leaf spring goes onto the bottom one here, which of course is, this is why it's called the G shackle, so it moves. And the top one goes into the chassis part up here. So I'm folding it into the smallest position possible, but you can see there's still a bit of travel we need. So I'm going to get all of your whole body to hang on that for me, obviously letting off as much tension as possible.
You mean my corpse-like frame?
Your corpse-like frame, yep. To try and bring that up there.
Ready?
Yeah, go for it. Hang on that bugger. There we go. Right, we're in a fair bit there.
Don't leave me hanging.
Nope.
I reckon that one.
Yeah. Right. So we slide that connecting one up there.
Lock tight.
Yes. What we'll do is we'll get this other piece on like that. And we've got a big one on the bottom, little one up the top, and another big one in the middle there. It's a matter of tightening each one individually to correct it and try and get this to slot in. Now we have used a flat head to try and adjust this, you know, obviously so it lines up properly. So we'll see how it goes now, but it's looking quite good. we'll torque that up to 52 Newton meters. There we are. It does stink. Right, so we're in the L200 after installing the rear hangers. Now we're going to get
G-shackles even.
Well, they're hangers, aren't they? G-shackles, yeah. Now we're going to take it down the road and just see if we can get an initial reaction out of both of us.
Well, I'm doing it from the seat of my pants. I can feel nothing.
No.
It still
feels quite harsh. They are leafs, so we're just going to hit a speed bump in a minute, so that will be quite interesting. And I'm going to hit it at 40 kilometres an hour because it's quite a mellow one. Got a bad driver in front.
So we're heading to the bit of road that we did the initial.
We are the initial
drive
test.
on.
Yep, which we'll be repeating in a moment.
Speed hump.
Here we go.
Big speed hump. That was better.
I'd have said that was a bit smoother. Yeah.
I'd have said that because normally you get
the kick.
You get the kick.
Yeah.
We didn't get the kick.
Because having torsion bars at the front's always been smooth, but the back's always jolted up. In fact, I remember when we first got it, you hit your head on the ceiling when you tested out the back seat.
When I sat in the back, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So it's always been quite harsh. I'd say it was better.
I'd have said that was better.
Yeah, I would. And of course, from appearance, I much prefer the look of them. I think they look brilliant.
They look nice.
And they've given the back a nice little stance. So we'll catch up with you in a minute when we get to our little test section. And we'll do a side-by-side comparison. Right, so we've started now on the dirt road and we've got our vibration meter back on. So we'll get a bit of off-roading and then a little bit on tarmac as well, and we'll do a side-by-side comparison.
So we'll get the two screenshots. If you wonder why I'm looking down in the groin area, it's because that's where the vibration meter is.
Yes. Now overall, we are extremely happy with the ride quality and the look of this product. It's also lifted the vehicle roughly around 1 inch, so it also gives a really nice stance to the truck. Now, unfortunately, we didn't film an outro to the video as Dad's laid up in bed with a bad knee at the moment, so I'm going to have to do this one over the voice. Now, like I say, we're really happy with it and the install went really easily. Now, we can't notice too much of a difference on the road, but as you can see, the stats do say differently. There is a slight difference, and mainly we're just really happy with how they look, and the truck looks brilliant with them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed and learned something new. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.